Welcome to battle number 2 of week 3 of the Victory Road Draft League. This battle is going to be between Lionhug's Wooper Blooper and Colin Appletun Allegiance. As a reminder, the Mega Pokemon available on each team are Mega Lopunny and Mega Gyarados, which we have a chance of seeing both come out today. And we also have the Z Crystal Pokemon on both teams, Talonflame and Alola Ninetales, so maybe Alola Ninetales will use one. And then on the other team, we have Chandelure and Dragonite, so maybe Chandelure will use one. And joining me today in commentary from the American Braviaries is Noob Scrub.
Hello.
We will start with initial thoughts. I'll start off with some initial thoughts. I think that the team composition of Lionhugs is such that Mega Lopunny is going to have to be coming in and out. It can't really comfortably go for a sweep, I think, especially considering Sylveon is probably defensive. Metagross is going to be able to tank a hit there. Quagsire will be able to take a hit. So Mega Lopunny isn't going to be able to just play however it wants to. It also has to be careful of Gyarados Intimidate. So that's something to keep in mind. I think Dragalge is actually going to be the one that we're seeing that really is going to wreak havoc if left unchecked. I think Metagross is the only really reliable counter to Dragalge on Lionhug's team. And on Lionhug's team, there's some bulky Pokemon. It's going to be interesting to see how they play against the offensive threats of Colin's team. Colin will be able to use Aurora Veil maybe to allow a Tail Glow, perhaps, allow Dragalge to survive a hit it wouldn't otherwise, allow Lopunny to survive a hit. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I think both teams have strategies they could use here, and I'm really curious to see who leads with who. But we could go to your initial thoughts now.
I think that you said that Lopunny will have a problem dealing with some of the Pokemon on the other team, and I think that's also a problem with Gyarados because, I mean, maybe not to the same extent, but the thing is that Gyarados can only really set up on really Camerupt, but also it's he needs one or two Dragon Dances in order to outspeed Mega Lopunny, and Mega Lopunny can pretty much take down Gyarados. And it's just I don't know, it seems like Gyarados would need to be set up on either Camerupt or maybe Ninetales in order to get a sweep going. And I don't really see that happening because I feel like he'd just switch out of Camerupt, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's me trying to be smart, and I'm not good at being smart, so.
So they're actually... It looks like Lionhugs did the wrong ability by mistake on one of the Pokemon on their team, and so they're going to redo the match. The challenge should be up in a second. I said if Colin allows it, we could go through with it, and he said it was fine. I'm going to say in this video, and I'm also going to put in the chat, that this will be the only time I allow this, since there's not any clause in the rules about this. So this will be the only time that this is allowed. In the future, people just have to really make sure they double check their teams. Just adding that.
The music that's playing on Showdown is good this time. I don't remember what it was last time, but this time it's good.
Right now I'm listening to the Trick Room from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which is a very silly theme. I like it. I just realized we also did initial thoughts, so if you want, we could jump into it now.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. Let's see who the leads are. That'll determine quite a bit. Alright, and we start with Scizor and Chandelure. Chandelure in a good position right now against Scizor. Will Scizor switch out, or will it take a fire move? And of course it switches out, that's the right move. But Energy Ball hits Dragalge, not doing a lot of damage.
He named his Chandelure Chad.
Chad Deluxe.
That's what I named my Chansey, though. He stole my nickname.
Maybe they're related.
Oh, maybe they are related.
Yeah. Family's important. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Alright, out comes Metagross. Shiny Metagross.
This is the Metagross you got from the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire event?
Yeah, the Steven... Is it that Steven gives it, or...
Something like that. You got it for like buying the game early or something.
I like Shiny Metagross. Usually I don't really care that much about Shinies, but Metagross Shiny looks really cool. And Metagross actually taking a Surf really easily here.
It reminds me a bit of the red Gyarados, because everyone had it for a while.
Oh yeah.
Everyone got the game early.
Yeah, red Gyarados is probably the least common, I mean the most common Shiny, the least rare.
I think I have like 2 of them.
Yeah, one for each Heart Gold, Soul Silver playthrough. It must be funny getting a regular Shiny Gyarados and not through the story and then being like, oh, this is kind of useless because Shiny Gyarados is so common.
No, I mean I have 2 Shiny Metagrosses.
Oh, I thought you meant Gyarados.
No, but I have a bunch of Shiny Gyaradoses too.
Looks like both sides are thinking of what to do. The Surf didn't do that much. It did 29%, which is still a decent chunk. Metagross could probably go for a one-hit KO against Dragalge if it's carrying Zen Headbutt. And I don't think anything could really switch into a Zen Headbutt aside from Scizor.
Earthquake might do a lot too.
Yeah, I think in this situation I would actually pick Earthquake over Zen Headbutt to hit a possible Camerupt switch in, and to hit Scizor a little bit stronger than a Zen Headbutt would. Both sides thinking pretty deeply about the situation right now. I'm wondering if that Dragalge is spexed. If it has specs attached, then it will definitely want to switch out because the Surf didn't really do that much damage. Usually Dragalge runs specs.
I also like the nickname on Metagross. I know that Colin's team has like a whole bunch of nicknames adding into some like oh, there was an Earthquake that we thought was gonna happen.
Earthquake hitting pretty nicely there, dealing some good damage. Knockoff from Scizor might be an option here if it's carrying Knockoff. That could do some good damage against Metagross. So Lionhugs is going to be careful about whether to keep Metagross in or not. And a Chandelure switch in would be hit hard by Knockoff too. I think maybe Quagsire would be a good switch in here. Or Gyarados, actually, for the Intimidate. Does Metagross get Fire Punch? I know it gets Thunder Punch, and I'm pretty sure Ice Punch, but I'm not sure if it gets Fire Punch.
I'll look it up. I don't think it does.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Snorlax. Pretty sure Metagross doesn't get Fire Punch. This situation could be really risky for both sides.
I looked it up like super speed. that was the fastest lookup ever. It's because I already had Smogon open.
I always have a Smogon tag open. Colin taking his time here, picking the move, or maybe Lion Hugs. I think it's probably Colin though, because in my match versus him, he did take quite a bit each turn. Ooh, and an Earthquake hits again. Knockoff, there it is, taking away an Assault Vest. However, Metagross does go first before Scizor, so it could potentially Earthquake one more time to get rid of Scizor.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking to me, but maybe Scizor has Bullet Punch or something?
It might have Bullet Punch. I'm not sure if Bullet Punch will be enough to take it down. Do you think it will? I think maybe it could. With
Technician, maybe.
With Technician, yeah. Gyarados, if Metagross goes down, Gyarados would be a possible option to come in and set up against Scizor with its attack lowered by Intimidate. And Gyarados does have one turn to set up before it needs to Mega Evolve, so that's also something to take into consideration. Little stare off between the two Steel Pokemon here. Still no Pokemon lost on either side, relatively early in the match here. If Scizor goes down, that's pretty much the main check to Sylveon gone. Dragalge can still check Sylveon, but it has to be careful. And indeed, Gyarados comes out, giving an Intimidate. Ooh, and Lopunny comes out. Nice switches. I think this is a better position for Lopunny to be in than Gyarados.
Yeah, because Gyarados needs to set up in order to outspeed Lopunny. And Lopunny doesn't really need to set up at all, I don't think.
Yeah. I think it might be better to bench Gyarados right now. Maybe switch in Quagsire to be able to take a hit from Lopunny. Maybe go for a burn if it has Scald.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I think Mega Lopunny gets Scrappy, right?
Yeah, Chandelure is not a good option in this scenario because a return from Mega Lopunny will hurt very hard.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, it's really good for Lopunny, but Chandelure would be a really good check to Lopunny if it weren't for Scrappy.
Yeah. That's what makes Lopunny so deadly, that ghost types can't come in to check it. And here comes Oily Josh, the Quagsire, getting hit by a Fake Out, and then a Rocky Helmet damaging Mega Lopunny, dealing more damage from the Rocky Helmet than from the Fake Out itself. And Ninetales Alola comes out. Quagsire goes for a Stockpile. Quagsire is really going to have to be careful here. If Ninetales Alola has Freeze Dry will do massive damage because it hits Water types super effectively and Ground types. So that is something that could even hit through that Stockpile boost.
I wasn't really expecting this Stockpile. Is that is that normal?
No, actually, you don't normally see Stockpile being run on Quagsire. It might have been there to be able to take a hit from Mega Lopunny and recover it back later while Mega Lopunny gets hit by that Rocky Helmet recoil. Really good strategy there. But if Quagsire stays out versus Ninetales, it could be doomed for Quagsire. I think this moment will have to be the question of, does Ninetales go for the Freeze Dry to take down Quagsire, or does it set up Aurora Veil?
I'm pretty sure he's going to set up Aurora Veil, knowing Colin's team, but I'm not sure.
A good switch in right now would actually be Chandelure. If it has Infiltrator, it doesn't care about Aurora Veil, and it could strike through that and hit with a strong fire move. Doesn't really care about Ice or Fairy type coverage. Ooh, and it goes for the Freeze Dry. Down goes Quagsire.
I really wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to go for Aurora Veil.
Chad Deluxe comes out. Yeah, I would have gone for the freeze dry too. It was just too good of an opportunity.
I just practice with Colin a lot, and I never really noticed that he runs freeze dry that much.
Versus Quagsire, versus Gyarados too in its base form, it's very useful, and even in the Mega form. And a Z Never-Ending Nightmare deals some pretty big damage. Only Focus Sash saving Ninetales there. I wonder why Lionhugs didn't go for the Flamethrower. And Shadow Ball hits Dragalge, dealing some good damage. One more Shadow Ball plus Hail might be enough to take it down. I'm wondering if Chad Deluxe can survive a move from Dragalge. I kind of doubt it, to be honest.
That Shadow Ball also did a lot of damage considering that Aurora Veil was up.
Well, remember, it has Infiltrator as one of its abilities. I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened there.
Oh, okay.
Infiltrator gives the ability to bypass not just Substitute, but also screens, including Aurora Veil.
Alright, that makes sense.
This could be a pesky Pokemon that Colin will want to take down. However, if Dragalge goes down, it is bad news for him. I don't think it could take a Shadow Ball and live comfortably. It'll have very low HP and then get struck by Hail. So he's going to have to determine whether he wants to make the switch. Megalopony might be a good switch right now, anticipating a Shadow Ball. It would probably still survive a Flamethrower.
I'm wondering if he'll use a different move, anticipating the switch to Megalopony.
Yeah, there's so many tense moments in this battle between the two sides deciding what to do, because there's so many options that could be good. But if I would personally go for probably the Shadow Ball to hit Dragalge, because Dragalge is a really... Ooh, Will-O-Wisp. Draco Meteor takes down Chandelure, and Will-O-Wisp, Dragalge doesn't really care about Will-O-Wisp because it's a special attacker. That was, I think, a switch was anticipated. I would have just gone for the Shadow Ball.
Yeah, I really think that he thought he was going to switch to Megalopony.
Yeah. Alright, and Lapis Lazuli, the Gyarados comes out.
This is a free turn to use Dragon Dance, pretty much. I think.
Yeah. With the Draco Meteor going down. And a Dragon Dance is up. However, Aurora Veil is protecting Megalopony for one more turn. So that is not good news for Gyarados. If Megalopony goes for the Fake Out, and it did go for the Fake Out, Gyarados could have waited for the Aurora Veil to go away, actually.
Even with the Dragon Dance, it wouldn't have been faster than a full-speed Megalopony.
Oh, I thought so. I thought Gyarados with +1, if it's Jolly, outspeeds a Lopunny.
Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure. What was it? 287? At max, 287 times 1.5. Oh, it does outspeed. Okay, if it's Jolly, then it can.
Maybe we'll see a Camerupt switch in here to anticipate that Hyper Voice that might come from Lopunny. Colin doing a good job in preserving his Pokemon.
Yeah, when I was practicing, I must have run Adamant then.
Yeah. And out comes Scizor. Scizor takes that Hyper Voice and is taken down. First KO on Colin's side. And out comes Dragalge. Colin Colin's gonna have to be careful here, but so is Lion Hugs because Sludge Bomb can take down the Sylveon. And I don't know if Hyper Voice will take down Dragalge. Goes for the Protect to Scout. Hidden Power, interesting. I wonder what Hidden Power type that is. Sylveon in a pretty comfortable position here now that Dragalge used Hidden Power and Scizor is gone, so Sylveon is actually not too uncomfortable.
Yeah, since he used Hidden Power, I'm guessing he doesn't have a Poison type move.
I think he was probably anticipating a switch there. But a switch to what is the question? Maybe Hidden Power Fire to hit Metagross.
Yeah, maybe.
And out comes Gyarados. Gyarados takes a Hidden Power, doesn't do that much. Gyarados setting up that Dragon Dance once again. Will it switch out this time, or will it go for, I'm presuming, a Waterfall? I think it might be enough to power through Lopunny at this point.
Yeah, it just has to live, and I don't think it can live one of Lopunny's attacks. I mean, depending on whether it outspeeds. If it's Jolly, it can outspeed it.
And the switch out to Sylveon once again, playing the switch game here.
I'm thinking that Lion Hugs knows that his Gyarados is slower than Lopunny.
Yeah, it might be an Adamant Gyarados if that's the case. I'm pretty sure Jolly outspeeds, but I think the question now is who will the switch out be. I don't think Mega Lopunny is going to stay in against this Sylveon. If it's Dragalge again, Sylveon might be able to use Wish and pass it to Metagross. It's a risky strategy, though. Or if it's Camerupt, maybe if Camerupt goes for the Stealth Rock.
Yeah, I think his Camerupt has Stealth Rock, but I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and here comes Camerupt. Sylveon going for that Wish. Will the Wish go to Metagross, or will it go to Gyarados? I think it's unlikely that Sylveon will stay out. Unless it has like Hidden Power Water or something. And it goes to Gyarados. Toxic missing. Ooh, pivotal moment there. Could have worn down Gyarados.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Gyarados is free to set up now if it wants to. And out comes Lopunny once again. Aqua Tail dealing big damage. And Sylveon is back, taking that Fake Out. Sylveon will probably be able to recover with Wish here. Although, I'm not sure if it could take a return. Actually, it might not be able to take a return.
Is Fairy super effective against... I mean, is Fairy, like, normal effective against Fairy?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been playing Pokemon for years, and I still don't have the type chart memorized.
Yeah, at this percent, I don't think it was able to take a return. Right, we have a Wish here. Hands together, the Manaphy comes out. Sylveon protecting. Manaphy uses Tail Glow. That is not good for Sylveon. Sylveon will be relatively passive in comparison.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what Lion Hugs is able to do now.
Superior getting a Leaf Storm in would be the best bet. But with that Tail Glow, I don't know how safe it will be to be able to do that. This is a really good match. Both sides playing very strategically. Lots of even moments, lots of pivotal moments. Really interesting to watch.
If Superior is max speed, then I think it can revenge kill. But other than that, I don't really know what I would do.
Yeah, I would probably go for the Hyper Voice here. And then if Sylveon dies, go for the Leaf Storm with Superior. I think... Ooh, and Signal Beam hits. It's a critical hit. It barely does anything, actually. And Hyper Voice causes 33% to go down. I think he was expecting the Superior switch in.
I mean, it would have been an okay switch, I guess, but like if you were playing impatiently, then it would have been the best switch to do, you know?
Yeah. Scald does 46%. Sylveon might have to protect to be able to take another stall, and it's exactly what it does.
This is pretty intense.
Oh yeah. I think I could get one more Hyper Voice in. Ooh, lives with 1%. And Sylveon goes for the Wish instead.
I'm guessing a Protect this turn?
I'm guessing a Protect, although Manaphy might go for the Tail Glow to be able to go once more. Indeed, Tail Glow. That Manaphy is a force to be reckoned with now. I think I would just switch in Metagross, because Metagross is almost down anyways. Just take that L.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sylveon is more valuable right now. Ooh, unfortunately, Protect does not work, and Sylveon goes down. Out comes Metagross. Bullet Punch is not going to be enough to take down Manaphy. Yeah, Manaphy, I don't think that was a possibility at all. Superior is going to have to come out and go for that Leaf Storm. That was what I expected.
Yeah. I was, the Bullet Punch was a good idea, but it just didn't do enough damage, I guess.
And indeed, the Leaf Storm takes down Manaphy, and Superior gets the 2x boost, 2 special attack. Dragalge is now out. Will Superior be able to take a hit from it? Leaf Storm hits, and it does not do enough to take it down. Dragalge goes for the Sludge Bomb, and that takes down Superior. And out comes Gyarados. This is Gyarados' last chance to set up. Ninetales comes out and gets hit by that Aqua Tail. I would have gone for the Dragon Dance.
Yeah, I would have too, because I knew he was going to switch. I mean, he was probably going to switch, is what I was thinking, you know?
Yeah. And now Lopunny has room to go for Drain Punch or High Jump Kick. Yep, High Jump Kick. If Dragon Dance was what was used, it would have been able to outspeed and possibly sweep the entire team, because Camerupt wouldn't have been able to take a hit from Gyarados. Good match from both sides, though. Both sides playing really well. It was pretty close. Really disrupting the amounts of time that Gyarados could set up a Dragon Dance was the key to winning that match there. So, really, really good job from both sides. And yeah, do you have any final thoughts?
I think that game was really good. Like, it was super close, even up to the very end. So
yeah, well played from both sides. Dragalge and Lopunny being really low on health at the end, and then Camerupt wouldn't have been able to take an Aqua Tail from Gyarados, so that could have been anyone's game there. So yeah, all right, join us for more Week 3 battles down the week, And yeah, this has been Noel from Mystical Chain and Noob Scrub from the American Braviaries. Final score of 3-0 for Colin, which is Appletun Allegiance, over Lion Hugs Wooper Blooper. And we'll see you next time.